Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. This is your coach Tahrim Tariq here from the platform of university.org and vjob.org, and I cordially welcome all of you in this new session of online tutoring and teaching class. In today's session, we will discuss about how to develop instructional materials for online courses. Okay, so whenever you are providing your services as a educator, digital educator, online tutor, virtual tutor, then you have to create some kind of instructional materials for your students. And now we will discuss about all the types of instructional materials that you are supposed to create, and also how you can create those type of different instructional materials. Either they are audio materials, they are video materials, either they are textual material. So how you are going to write your how you are going to create your instructional materials when you are working as a digital educator. Okay, so as I said earlier, instructional materials can be of any type. They can be of audio materials, they can be visual materials, they can be textual materials. Okay, so over here on my screen right now you are seeing the textual material that is currently uploaded on your LMS. And now I will discuss about each and every kind of instructional material in detail when designing online courses and providing your services as a digital educator and virtual tutor. Creating effective instructional materials is really crucial for engaging and supporting learners in their virtual learning journey. Instructional materials come various forms, including audio, visual, and textual components. Here is an introduction to developing instructional materials for online courses. First one is audio materials. First type of content that you have to create for your students is audio materials, and audio materials is further subdivided into subtypes, and there are different types of audio materials that you can create as a digital educator. First one is audio lectures or presentations. Record audio lectures to deliver content is in a more engaging and dynamic manner. Use a clear, concise speaking style and incorporate pauses and in inflections to maintain the interest of your audience. Then you can also record podcasts, create audio episodes, post podcast on specific topics. Allowing your students to listen and learn to their convenience, include interviews, discussions, and also discussions with experts and expert insights to enrich the audio experiences. So this is a kind of material that you can provide to your students as well for their own learning. In the podcast you can discuss that particular topic in detail with the expert insights, and also you can go ahead and you can add a particular kind of discussion in the podcast as well. Then comes audiobooks or narrated content. Convert written content into audio formats such as narrated textbooks to cater to different learning preferences, etc. So this is how you can create audio materials, and there are certain softwares by which you are going to create the audio software. The audio materials, and also there are certain softwares by which you can create all the visual materials that can be of any kind of presentation, that can be of infographics, that can be of videos. And in order to create slides or presentations, create visually appealing slides or presentations to deliver content. Use clear and concise bullet points, images, diagrams, charts to enhance understanding and engagement of a certain content. So whenever you are working as a digital educator, whenever you are working as a virtual tutor, you must have to keep in mind that you have to create and you have to make your content creative, that students are going to engage in your content, that students are going to take interest in your content. So when your lectures, when the content that you are providing to your students is not up to the mark, and it is not creative, what it will ultimately do, it will ultimately distract your audience, it will ultimately distract your students from getting any kind of interest in your lectures. For that reason, you must know about different softwares, different trending softwares that can be used in order to create the same thing. So I do always say that there are so many softwares right up on the platform, but you cannot utilize all the softwares at the single time. So you have to utilize softwares in accordance with your requirement, in accordance with your needs, and also in accordance with the time that you have to create in order to create that particular kind of visual um, appealing kind of content. Okay, so it depends completely on you that what type of software you are going to use for creating the same thing, for creating the same content. For example, if you want to create a presentation, so there are so many softwares available in order to create lectures, in order to create presentations, in order to create the content that you are going to use for teaching your students. For example, you can create your slides by the help of PowerPoint, you can create your slides by the help of Canva, you can create your slides by the help of so many other softwares available. These are the alternatives of each other, and you cannot utilize all the softwares at a time, but you have to utilize one by one about in order to create a certain thing. But then you have to choose that for with which software you are more comfortable with in order to create content, which software is taking a lot of time, and on which software you have to spend a little time, but you can create a kind of more creative content as compared to the first one. Okay, so it completely depends on you. As you can see, for creating slides and presentations, there are so many softwares available. Create visual appealing slides or presentations to deliver the content. Use clear and concise bullet points, images, diagrams, and charts to enhance understanding and engagement. Always keep in mind that whenever you are working as a digital educator, or it doesn't matter that either you are working as only a digital educator, but if you are working as a physical educator as well, it must be keep in mind that you have to make your lectures more creative and less detailed. Okay, so you have to be more precise and concise whenever you are creating some kind of content, whenever you are creating a visual content for your students that who are going to learn through your lecture. So in order to make your content more creative, in order to make your lectures more creative, you have to be very precise, concise, and to the point with respect to your content. For example, use kind of bullet points in order to create certain kind of content. For example, over here, if I add all these things in a single paragraph, either you are going to learn through that paragraph, no, it will not be a kind of appealing content for you, and you will not be attracted towards that content as a student. But if I provide as you can see over here, I provided all these content in the form of bullet points, in the form of uh, precise and concise format. So now you are more attracted towards this text, and now you are more interested in this particular kind of content. So this is how you have to make your content more precise and concise by utilizing bullet points, by utilizing the flow charts, by utilizing diagrams. Even when for example, you have to explain a certain kind of complex concept to your students, if you are going to create that particular concept in the form of flow charts, in the form of mind maps, and then you are going to teach your students in that format, they are going to learn it, memorize it, and they are never going to forget that particular concept. Even it doesn't matter that how much complex it is. So try to utilize images as much as possible, try to utilize maps as much as possible, try to utilize flow charts, diagrams, etc. So these features are available in PowerPoint, as well as in addition to Canva. These all are available on both of the softwares, but it completely depends on you that what type of software you are using and how much creative you are with respect to your content. Then comes infographics. Design visually appealing infographics to present complex information in a simplified and easily digestible format. Use colors, icons, visuals to illustrate the key concept or the interrelationships of different concepts. So, for example, as I said just now, that where if even you have to teach a kind of complex the most complex kind of concept to your students, if you are presenting that concept in a way of like mind map, flow chart, etc., then they are not only going to learn that particular concept immediately, but also they are going to take more interest in that content, and also they are going to memorize that content and they will never forget about that content. So it doesn't matter how much complex that particular concept is, they are going to memorize that particular concept, they are going to remember that particular concept to the end of their whole journey with you. And also they are going to like you as a teacher, because you are trying your best to explain them a complex concept as much as simple as possible. So then comes videos, develop video lessons or tutorials to demonstrate a certain process. For example, when I used to be a kind of digital educator earlier in my laboratory courses, then what I used to do is even being a student, I was more comfortable with understanding through the video lectures or the simulations or the animations, as compared to the textual format of learning. So I was more inclined towards that. Develop video lessons or tutorials to demonstrate processes, explain concepts, or showcase real world examples. Incorporate animations, screencast. Right now, currently, for example, I'm going to do screencast in this lecture. So try to incorporate animations, screencast, interactive elements to make the video more engaging, so that your students may understand that particular concept in a more convenient way. Okay. Then comes textual materials. Written content. Whenever you are going to provide textual materials or the written content to your students, develop concise and well organized with materials such as instructional guides, study notes, or course handouts. Structure with headings, subheadings, and bullet points for the easy navigation. Then comes ebook is another kind of textual material that you are going to provide to your students. Create electronic versions of textbooks or develop ebooks that students can access and read on their devices. Include interactive elements such as hyperlinks, multimedia, and self-assessment quizzes. Online articles and reading materials. Curate relevant articles, research papers, or online readings to supplement course content. Provide clear instructions and questions to the student guide, and understand them with and reflect with a certain kind of reflection in it. Okay, so here are some of the tips that you must implement as a digital educator. So consider the learning objectives of the desired outcomes of your course. Align the content and format of the instructional materials with these goals. Okay, then use a variety of instructional materials to cater to different learning preferences and enhance the learning engagement. I am not forcing this on you that you just have to use a single type of kind of a single type of instructional material at a time. You can also implement multi instructional guide in a single lesson as well. For example, you can provide them with the text of that particular of topic, and then you can also provide your video content on that particular topic. You can provide animations related to that topic. So it completely depends on you that how you are going to utilize those multi instructional materials in order to provide your students as much as learning as you can. Okay, keep the content concise, clear, and focused. Break down complex information into smaller and digestible chunks. Use visual images and multimedia elements to support and enhance the instructional materials. Incorporate interactive elements such as quizzes, interactive diagrams, or discussion prompts to promote active learning or the learner engagement. Ensure that the instructional materials are accessible to all learners, considering factors such as readability, font size, alternative text for images, and closed captioning for the videos. Remember, effective instructional materials for online course should be engaging, informative, and designed with the learner's need and preferences in mind. Continuously evaluate and update the materials based on student feedback and emerging best practices to create a rich and impactful learning experience. So this is how you can make your lectures more interactive, more effective for your audience. And that is all from my side for today. And if you have any question, you are more than welcome to ask. Okay, if you have any question, Sabha, you can add up in the comment section as well as on the private chat so that I may answer your question. And also please make sure that your devices is connected with the StreamYard, and also resolve all these errors right before the lecture, because on daily basis your devices are not connected to the lecture, and this is how it is not going to work a lot. Okay, so if you have any question, you are more than welcome to add the question in comment and private chat. If you do not have any question, let me end up the stream over here. See you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, stay great, good luck.